Hi everyone, welcome to our lesson today. We are dealing with Unit 5, Lesson 6. So let me write that at the top of our paper. Unit 5, Lesson 6. Unit 5, Lesson 6 is going to be our first jump into something called proofs. And proofs sound exactly what it sounds like, or is exactly what it sounds like. We are trying to prove something to be true. So we are given something. We're given a statement, maybe multiple statements, and then using those statements that we were given, maybe a picture that we're given, we want to prove whatever they're asking us to prove using logical, mathematical theorems, postulates, like whatever we can use to help us prove what they're trying to help us prove or trying to get us to prove. So, for example 1, we are given this picture of these two triangles over here, and we are also given that BC is congruent to DC. Let's mark that on our triangles. If things are not marked for you, please mark them yourselves, okay? We always like to mark up our pictures. So BC is congruent to DC, so I'm going to draw 2 tick marks there. And then they also said that AC is congruent to EC. So I drew 2 tick marks on each one just to differentiate between the tick marks that I just drew. Now we want to prove that the 2 triangles are congruent to each other. Well, we have options to prove that 2 triangles are congruent. We can use any of these to help us. Our side, angle, side, angle, angle, side, or HL. Now, we want to fill in the blanks here. Now, statement 1, they said this statement, the reason why we're writing it is that it was given to us. Well, there was 2 things that were given to us over here. It was given that BC is going to be congruent to DC, and it was given that AC is going to be congruent to EC. So I'm going to write those. Those are going to be my givens. Now, my second statement over here, the second fill in the blank, is vertical angle theorem. Now, vertical angles are going to be congruent, so let's try to find vertical angles in this picture. Right away, I see vertical angles right here and right here. Those are intersecting lines and the angles that form with those intersecting lines. So I can say this right-hand angle BCA is going to be congruent to this angle over here, DCE, by the vertical angles theorem. I can say those are congruent because of vertical angles. Now I have 3 different sections. I have a side that I marked, an angle that I marked, and a side. Same thing over here. I have a side, an angle, and a side. So because I have a side, angle, side, that's what's going to go in for my reason of proving those 2 triangles are congruent. I can state the 2 triangles are congruent because I have side, angle, side congruence theorem. And that's it. We did our first proof. Example 2, we are given this top over here. So let's write that in our first spot. Our first spots are always where our givens go. So JK is congruent to LK, and JM is congruent to LM. And that was given to us. So let's mark those on our triangle. So they said JK and LK, and then JM and LM. Next, they say we're using reflexive property. Remember, reflexive property has to do with overlapping sides. Here, I see, in fact, I do have an overlapping side. My left-hand triangle and my right-hand triangle are both using this KM side. So what I can do is I can say that KM on my left-hand side is going to be congruent to my KM on my right-hand side. Now I can see what I got. I have a side, I have another side, and I have another side over here. Then I have a side, and another side over here. So it looks like I have side, side. And what was I trying to prove? I was trying to prove my 2 triangles were congruent. So triangle KJM is congruent to triangle KLM. And we just did our first 2 proofs.